We are tonight's entertainment.
What the fuck is this, chat?
This is a tasty burger.
Were you rushing or were you dragging?
You like Huey Lewis in the news?
Is this your homework, Larry?
Why just spill your beans?
Welcome back to the Film Scoop. Film Scoop. We're back.
We're back, and we are harder than ever.
Harder than ever. Hard dick shit.
I've had an erection
Got a wet spot on the pants.
for basically all weekend, I would say. Basically all weekend, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
A little bit.
Because
a little bit ahead of
before I
yourself.
got hard, I was soft. So we can talk about some other stuff first.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
It's been a big week for you. Roller coaster of feelings.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't really have much to talk about. It's January. You know, unless we want to talk about The Beekeeper, then there's not really much to discuss other than Poor Things, which we got to eventually. We'll talk about that. But yeah, just a pretty standard episode. No real news to go over. But we'll just talk about our watch list. Talk about what we've been doing.
Heck yeah.
Just guys being dudes. So I'll start on the watch list. Not much. Not much on here. Because we already talked about Society of the Snow. So I've only got 2 movies on my watch list for this week.
Oh.
There's a reason why, which I'll get to. But first up on the watch list. Oh, did you want to do your trivia?
I can do it, yeah.
I forgot to get my trivia ready.
Cash was slacking.
Don't have a song of the week either, but I can pull out a song of the week real
I
quick
have
on the spot.
both. Thanks to my fucking sick-ass hard penis weekend. All right. What year did Batman Under the Red Hood release?
2010.
Oh my god, I thought that would be
No.
somewhat challenging.
No.
That's
No.
You're weird. Okay. What's the name of Sam Rockwell's character in Moon?
Oh, see, that's a tough question.
Yeah.
'Cause that's a movie I've seen once.
Yeah. And it's kind of a
Almost too
tricky.
hard.
It's kind of a tricky scenario.
I mean, if I say something, it's just gonna be a guess. I'll say Owen.
No,
Okay, I don't know.
it's Sam. Sam's name is Sam
Awesome.
in the movie.
That's awesome.
It's kind of a trick question.
Oh.
Jumping into song of the week.
I was trying to check my recently played songs to pick my song of the week, and I accidentally pressed it.
It's just all the Smiths.
It is all the Smiths. I mean, fucking sue me. All right. I'll go with fucking Galapagos by the Smashing Pumpkins. I'm listening to a lot of that. I was gonna try to keep the impression of the week thing going, but I don't have anything prepared.
An impression?
Yeah, because last week I did Bob Dylan.
I didn't realize we were gonna make that a
I mean, I'd like to.
that's a lot. That's a lot of pressure.
It is. It is.
Just pick a person.
I could just go reliable.
Don't talk.
Dylan. Reliable. I could do Don't Talk too, but I'll save Don't Talk for next week.
Don't give the viewers too much at once. You know.
Yeah.
You want them to say. You got to
We'll
savor
save
it.
Don't Talk for next week. Anytime I'm in a pickle and I need an impression on the spot, I'll pull out the old Don't Talk.
That's your
maneuver.
Your get out of jail free card.
Yeah. Do you want to try one?
Oh, I don't know. I think Adam Driver tapped me out, but I can get one ready for next week. All of mine are bad.
Mine's bad. All mine are bad. It's okay.
You pulled out "Don't Talk," your best impression. You expect me to follow that up?
I didn't pull out "Don't Talk." I pulled out Dylan.
I think Conor McGregor is probably like one of my best ones, but he's also the easiest one to do.
Because you just do an Irish accent.
Yeah. You walking around with a school bag on.
You're 40 years of age.
Nate can only count to 5.
I break people's faces for a living and bounce.
I mean,
Lucky pants.
what the fuck?
That's bullshit.
That's also my Saoirse Ronan impression.
Oh yeah.
And I have Barry Cogan saying Saltburn. Salt the barn. That one's pretty good too.
That's pretty good. I thought when you told me that, I was like, he's like Carl's just dramatizing what he said. Like there's no way he said it like that.
I sound exactly like him.
No, that's how he says it. Saltborn.
Saltborn.
Yeah, I don't know what he's being silly. But yeah, enough with the fucking shenanigans. It's time for the watch list.
The watch list.
First up, Dr. Strangelove. Or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
Yeah. Fuck that shit, dude. Didn't like it.
Oh. Okay.
Didn't like it.
Didn't like it, huh?
Yeah.
Why didn't you like it?
Well, I went in with the expectations that it was a comedy. Wasn't laughing. Not very funny. And it just kind of like it ended and I was like, what the fuck was that for? Why'd you do that to me? Like, I don't really understand what it's trying to say. Like, I thought it would be a wacky, like, commentary. Like, it started off as, like, this wacky commentary on, like, the Cold War between America and Russia and how, like, we're always trying to one-up each other. And there was that one somewhat funny sequence at the end of, like, we can't let there be a mine shaft gap between America and Russia.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I don't know. That joke wasn't super funny to me in the first place. And if that's all the movie is, I'm like, just not for me.
I certainly didn't like it as much as other people seem to, but I still liked it. I gave it a 3.5. I don't really find it that funny. I'm kind of in the same boat with you in terms of the comedy. It really, like, the comedy's pretty dated in my opinion, but I still liked the commentary and everything it was talking about, and it's really short, and the performances are great, and I enjoyed watching it. Like, I wasn't sitting there like, damn, when is this gonna be over? Like when I was watching fucking Dogtooth or something. Like, I enjoyed watching it, but I just got to the end and I was like, huh. Like, there's not really as much comedy as I expected. But,
yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it. It's not anything crazy for me, but I liked it.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of boring. I think I landed at like a 2.5. Like, middle of the road. Like, take it or leave it. I certainly don't want to watch it again.
I could watch it again one day, but I'm not itching for it.
If I watched it again, it would be because I feel like an idiot for not liking it, and I want to like try and force myself to like it more. But it wouldn't be out of like, let's give this another go.
All right. Yeah, probably lesser than Kubrick, I'd say, but still better than Clockwork Orange. That movie fucking sucks.
Oh, you don't like Clockwork
I
Orange?
don't know why.
I don't
people
think
like that
I
movie.
knew that.
Because I watched it years ago and I told you about it, and I told you to watch it so we could talk about it because it's just a unique movie that goes in a unique direction. But like, the more I think about it, I don't ever want to watch it again.
You know what else was unique? Dogtooth.
Anyways, the more I think about it, I just don't really like the thought of sitting down and then hearing those fucking the way they talk and oh god, them fucking drinking milk and it was a tough watch even the first time. And I'm not even really talking about the subject matter either. It's just like not a fun movie to get through. And not very likable characters. Like I don't know. I don't like it. I'd much rather rewatch Strangelove than Clockwork Orange.
Maybe I do need to watch Clockwork Orange. Maybe it'll give me a new perspective on Strangelove.
No, it won't. It'll just bring down your opinion on Kubrick.
Oh,
which you don't really want.
Yeah,
to
I
happen.
Do that.
But yeah, the other movie we watched was Poor Things, so I guess we can just go ahead and talk about that.
Well, I watched two things that I can ramble off real quick because there's not a whole lot to say. But I watched a short on Netflix called If Anything Happens, I Love You, which looks like it's like hand-drawn like pictures that they animated. And it was really really beautiful to look at. I do think it got a little aggressive towards the end of it. But overall, I mean, it's a short. I'm not really super critical on shorts, but it was nice. I liked it.
Cool.
And I also watched No Hard Feelings.
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
Because word on the street is there's a naked Jennifer
How many
Lawrence
times are you going to reference that? That's the third time you've said that.
Well, I thought it was going to be bad, so I had no intention of watching it. And a buddy of mine like brought it up, and then he was like, "It's actually pretty funny."
Yeah,
and I watched it, and it wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. But Jennifer Lawrence, there's a scene in it that like she puts on her big girl pants and fucking acts her ass off for like a scene. And I was like, holy shit. She's a phenomenal actress.
Was it at a party?
It was at a party.
I think I've seen that clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's really good.
Awesome.
But it was a good movie. I mean, it's pretty formulaic.
What'd you
on
give
like
it?
what happens. I think I gave it like a 3.
All right.
It's probably more like a 2.5, but I think I gave it a 3.
Yeah, people. It got good reviews.
Yeah.
I thought about watching it, but just didn't. But yeah. I guess before we get into Poor Things, I can go ahead and let the cat out of the bag about what I've been doing. And why there's only 2 movies on my watch list this week.
Tell the people how awesome you are.
And that's because I consumed my first anime.
Hell yeah, brother.
Right to the dome.
Yep.
I watched Cowboy Bebop.
That's how you fucking do it.
Yeah.
Off the top turnbuckle, straight into the fucking...
Jeff Hardy.
Yeah,
fucking
straight
off the top
into
rope.
the fucking
Yeah.
coolest shit ever.
Yeah. I've been wanting to watch it for a while, and I want to dip my toe into anime, and it's only 1 season, and it's got a cool premise, so I chose that one for my first, anime, and that's what I've been doing pretty much all week. That's why the watches are a little light, but Sunday, I didn't do anything except watch Cowboy Bebop.
I was enamored by your grind on Sunday.
Carl knows how bad I am at watching TV shows. Normally, I don't really like doing more than like 1 episode a day, which is light work. That's nothing. The only time we do more than that is if we're under like a time crunch, like when we watch Succession because we wanted to finish it before the finale so we could watch it live with everyone else.
Yeah.
So we were watching like 3 to 4 a day. But that was a lot.
Yeah.
Because those are also an hour long. So yeah, I sat there yesterday, and watched Cowboy Bebop. I mean, I think I watched like 14 episodes on Sunday. They're 25-minute episodes, but that's still like 6 to 7 hours
Yeah.
of one thing. in a day.
You went like
So-
almost 10 to 10 on fucking Cowboy
Yeah,
Bebop.
yeah. I was consuming,
Yeah.
and the fucking verdict is it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
That's the fucking verdict.
All I know is, obviously, I've overheard you watch it. The intro theme, mwah. Dude, fucking. I was like, dude, I gotta. Wherever that is, I have to be there. That's what it tells me in my brain.
3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Dude, I'm fucking
Hell,
losing it right
fucking
now,
yeah.
dude.
Dude, that shit makes
You're
me
gonna
want to
get me
boogie.
going now.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I saw that, and I saw like, as I was like walking past, I saw a clip play out of like this standoff, and it was the coolest shit ever because it's like dead silent. They're doing like a spacewalk on top of the ship, and he's like, "You throw this box over, and I'll like give you this," and the guy's gonna double cross him, Mr. Bebop, and so he throws I don't know the main guy's name, but he throws the bag over, and then he goes to shoot him, and Bebop's gone.
Yep.
And he
Bebop
fucking
be
looks
doing
up, dude, and he's flying towards him from overhead, and the theme starts fucking playing.
Yep.
And I went, holy fuck, this is
Yep.
cool.
Yep. It's I've been thinking about it a lot since I finished it, and I changed my rating. I initially gave it a 4.5 because it's on Letterboxd because it's only one season, so it's like technically a limited series. So I logged it on Letterboxd, and I gave it a 4.5, and today I moved it up to a 5.
Oh my god!
'Cause-
What kept you? Why'd you initially put it at 4.5?
I think just like the ending kind of felt a little abrupt, maybe. And I didn't because everyone talks about the ending all the time. Like everyone says the last 2 episodes of Cowboy Bebop are like incredible, and they are. But I think maybe my expectations were just a little too high, and the ending felt a little like what I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of like something crazy that I could have never seen coming, it was kind of just like what I thought would happen. But it's one of the most unique things I've ever watched. Like one of the most unique styles of a TV show or movie I've ever seen, because it's combining so many genres. It's like a space western, but it's also set in the future. And they're fucking bounty hunters, and there's all this great world building, but the score is like western mixed with like jazz shit, and there's also like this harmonica thing that they do sometimes that just goes crazy. And then they'll also play like real songs, like not part of the score. They'll play like licensed music at times, and God, it's so fucking cool. Just off the bat, it's just cool. Everything that's happening is the characters are cool. The voice actors sound cool when they deliver the lines. The visuals of the animation looks great. The animation's beautiful. They're doing fucking Spike does kung fu. Like he fights people like fucking Bruce Lee.
That's
and then he's
sick.
always smoking a cigarette. And so there's all that shit. Like if that's you could just go to the show to watch cool shit and you'd be happy. But it's also very layered and very they foreshadow a lot of stuff, and they leave breadcrumbs early on in the series about like the characters' pasts, and they'll tease you throughout the whole series, and then you don't figure out like till the end, like all these characters' pasts, and they all have. It's like the whole show's about this like crew on the Bebop that are bounty hunters, and each of them have their own like tortured past that keeps them from moving on in their life. And it's just really incredible. And the show also has a lot to say when you look back on it. Once you watch it and you look back on it, I feel like it has a lot to say about like life in general and what it all means. And maybe there's not like an answer to that question, I don't want to get all spiritual and stuff, but I feel like the show is kind of like spiritual.
Yeah, no, if that's the road it takes you down, that's the road it takes
yeah.
you down.
So there's like not really any bad episodes. I'd say maybe out of the 26, there was like 2 that I was like, I didn't really like that one that much. And then the other ones are like, fuck yeah, that was awesome. Because it has this like episode of the week, like villain of the week type style.
Oh, okay.
Where
Like
it's
their
like,
bounty that they're catching.
yeah,
the week.
exactly. Like there are things that you can't really watch it out of order because there's a lot of character dynamics that you wouldn't understand, and they add people to the crew as the season goes on, and but other than that, it's pretty like self-contained. Like every episode's a new bounty, and they're trying to stop a new person, and that keeps it really fresh. You're not having like episode after episode after episode of them like chasing the same guy or whatever. It's all very just like quick and fucking. There's times where it's funny, and
that's really hard to do though, to make a show that's episodic but still has this overall narrative that links everything together.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah,
and also the tonal blend is honestly probably one of the more impressive things that the show does, because if you watch the intro and hear the intro song, you're like, okay, so this is just some like cool ass fucking shit. Like this is like a cool space bounty hunter show, and it is, but the tone also changes a lot and gets really dark. Because I mean, the show's like, I don't know how TV ratings work, but whatever the TV equivalent of being R-rated is, it's probably that, because there's people getting their throat slit and blood splatters all over there's not a real camera because it's animation, but it'll like splatter on, like they'll act like it's splattering on the camera. So like there's some fucked up shit that happens, and they balance it all with ease, and it's crazy, and I really like it. I feel like I might have soiled my expectations with animes going forward, starting with this, because it's so perfectly what I like, and I am having trouble imagining finding an anime that I like more than it, especially with the one season thing. So
being able to tell a complete story in one season is very like impressive.
Yeah.
And something I remember this, I could be remembering wrong because it's been a very long time since I've watched anime, and I doubt any of the stuff I watched was like top dog stuff. But sometimes in anime, I feel like they'll add a character. Like if you have a comic relief character, they never really flesh out his character. Like he's just the comic relief.
Yeah, he's the butt of the joke.
Yeah,
and just he's there for jokes, and that's it.
I mean, it sounds like they kind of go deep into everyone, the whole gang in Cowboy Bebop.
They do, yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, even the fucking dog.
You get a dog backstory?
Yeah, even the dog has like a past.
Holy
cow.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's so well, the characters are so like well taken care of, and they all get their time to shine. You all get episodes where you find out about their past, and it's also like, it's crazy how much you like the characters considering they're all kind of scumbags.
Mm-hmm.
Which there's a lot of movies that pull that off too. And I mean, they're bounty hunters, and like they don't really give a fuck about anything or anyone else. Like they're just trying to make money. And that's pretty crazy that you can, in just 26 episodes, like you can really create like a family and really care about these characters, that they don't really do much to like make you like them.
They're just kind of charming, like,
yeah,
on their own nature.
Yeah. So yeah, I fucking love it. I logged it on Letterboxd, and then today I went to my my movies on Letterboxd that I've watched and filtered by average rating, and Cowboy Bebop is the highest rated thing I have watched on my entire Letterboxd.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It has a 4.6.
Jeez.
The highest. That's probably the highest thing on Letterboxd.
That's insane. This is your first official anime. Like, you didn't watch Pokemon or anything like that.
No. I mean, I've seen anime movies.
But show wise.
First show, yeah. I've seen some Ghibli stuff and Akira.
That sucks.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks for everything else.
Yeah.
But like it doesn't suck for this
thing
because it's like this in my head is the standard now.
Yeah.
So
you're gonna have to just remind yourself that this is a very special thing that you got involved with.
Yeah. So I can't wait for Carl to watch it so we can talk about it because it's pretty fucking gnarly.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm stoked.
That's good.
I hope you didn't get my hopes up. Get me all worked up.
I mean, I hope not too, but you know, there's not many people that don't like Cowboy Bebop. Yeah. It's a pretty.
You'd have to be pretty dumb or named Carl to not like Cowboy Bebop.
I was also telling one of my friends, like, it's crazy that this came out in 1998. They made one season, and it's widely regarded as one of the best animes of all time, if not the best. And they made one season and dipped. And from, like, a business perspective, that's insane. Like, the company, whatever company produced it, like Funimation or I don't know who made it. Yeah. But the fact that they didn't, like, say either the creator can make a season 2 or we'll find someone who will, because
we need the money.
Yeah, because this is a grand slam and everyone loves it, so we're making more. Like, the fact that they never even tried to make a season 2 like blows my mind, because that's how it works nowadays.
Yeah.
If someone on Netflix made a crazy good show, like let's say Arcane for example, the creator, fucking Jeff Stewart, I don't know, I'm just making it up. Yeah. Fucking Jeff Stewart made Arcane one season, everyone loves it, and then but his plan was just one season. That was all he wanted to do, and then he dipped. They would find someone else to make an Arcane season 2.
Oh yeah, because
everyone loved it, and it doesn't give a fuck what the original creator's vision is or respecting his wishes. It doesn't matter. We're making season 2 because this was a hit.
Yeah,
and the fact that they just like let him make that one season and then left it there is crazy.
Yeah, what a kick-ass thing to do.
Yeah,
like, nah, I can do it in one, and then just do the full story. Like, dude, that was awesome. Do you want to do more? Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's wild. I was watching like a video on the creation of it, and it was pretty crazy. Like, the guy who made it, I can't remember his name, but the creator, basically he got the rights, not the rights, but like he got permission to make it because the company said they wanted someone to make a show about spaceships so they could sell spaceship toys. And they said, as long as it has spaceships in it, you can do whatever you want.
Oh my god.
That's all. That's
they
what
were
they
really
said.
hurting for spaceship propaganda, dude.
So he was like, okay, I'm going to make some fucking funky ass badass shit. And then they got upset with him because they said that the spaceships in the show were like shitty. And because the bounty hunters, like in the show, they don't make a lot of money. They're kind of a ragtag group. And so they were like, how would we expect kids to buy ships that are whack, basically?
Yeah.
And so they got upset about it, and like there was a bunch of shit that went on. Like halfway through airing the first season, or the whole season, like the whole thing, on like episode 13, they shut it down, and they were putting like messages up, like it like kind of got canceled after episode 13, and then the creator put a message at the end of the episode like, this is not goodbye, like we'll be back, blah blah blah. And the studio was like mad about how graphic it was and how dark it was because they were trying to sell toys. And so like parents weren't going to let their kids watch this, so it's going to be hard to sell toys. Something along those lines. And so it was crazy. And then they eventually got it back on air and like aired the whole thing. And
what a bunch of rascals, dude.
Yeah, that's
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
We need to sell spaceship toys.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah. But I mean, good thing they gave him the rights, because man, like that show is pure fucking creativity and juice. Remember last week when we said the kids nowadays love saying something has the juice?
Yeah.
That's what Cowboy Bebop has.
Yeah.
In every facet. Everything, every decision they made in Cowboy Bebop was fucking baller.
Yeah. It does sound like they gave him, like he had everything done, was like, all right, I'm ready to make this show. And they're like, well, you got to put spaceships in. And he's like, fuck. Call it the fucking Bebop. I don't know. whatever sound the buttons make.
Yeah. Yeah, so I definitely recommend it if anyone hasn't seen it. There's a Cowboy Bebop movie, which I'm going to watch. It's
an animated like feature-length movie?
Yeah, by the same people. It came out like 3 years after the show ended, but it's not a sequel to the show. It's like set in the middle of the show.
Oh, okay.
So it's like if El Camino was like takes place in season 3 of Breaking Bad. But yeah, so I'm gonna watch that, and I've heard that's good too. The Letterboxd, I think, is really high on that. I'm gonna check. And I don't think I'm going to watch the Netflix live-action show. Maybe the first episode and just feel it out.
It might just make you sick, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I feel like some people will trash things just because they're using the property, no matter if it's good or bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I watched...
The fandom kind of overtakes you, and you're like, they can't do it good anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it is something that, like, just don't touch it.
Yeah.
Kind of, I feel like live action remakes is kind of something that like there should be a reason to make it, because there's something you think you can improve on and add a new dimension to it. And Cowboy Bebop is made for animation.
Yeah.
Like it's really difficult to capture what they did in live action. But
oh yeah, and the little bit I saw of it, hard leans into the style side of like what you can do with anime.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine trying to capture that in live action. I feel like it would feel weird.
The reviews are really bad, but I may watch it just to like make my own opinion, and probably won't finish the whole thing. There's no way. There's no way. But I'll probably watch the first episode just to get a feel for it and see if people are just hating to hate because they like the original anime. But I watched Stuckman's review on the Netflix series because I was trying to feel out if I should watch it or not. Because Cowboy Bebop's his favorite thing ever made. Like, show, movie, anything. Like, that's his fucking life, is Cowboy Bebop. And he said, in terms of the Netflix series, like, there's things he likes about it, there's things he doesn't like about it, there's things he thought was okay. So, it wasn't like some disaster. But it's also his big complaint, honestly, was that it was too faithful. Like, it was too copy and paste of the anime.
Really?
Yeah. He said it's like there's times where it just feels like they're doing the same exact episode from the anime, but now it's live action. And he was like, that's not really like what I want. Maybe that's what some people want, but that's not what I want from a live action series. I want it to be different because the anime already exists, so don't just copy and paste.
It's kind of like a fucked up situation to put yourself in.
It's a lose-lose.
Yeah, because you either do something different, you take a perfect thing most people consider perfect, and you change it and possibly sacrifice that and tell a different story, or you just copy and paste it and have people say you didn't take a chance.
Yeah. If you copy and paste it, they'll say that's just the same shit from the anime.
Yeah.
And if you do something different and it's not good, which probably nothing you do is going to be as good as what was in the anime. They're going to be like, oh, they changed everything. It's not as good as the anime.
Yeah.
It's like there's no win to this scenario.
Yeah.
Unless, like I said, it's something that isn't some masterpiece. Like it's something that can be improved on.
Yeah, that's what I think we talked about that before, like remaking like classic, highly renowned movies. Mm-hmm. Like remaking The Lion King. What'd you do that
What
for?
are you doing?
Yeah.
The fuck are you doing that? like I've said,
step out.
There's a lot of like older cheesy 80s movies that could be remade and it would be a good idea, like Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Like Roadhouse is like a cult classic. Everyone loves it because it's stupid as shit, but it's fun. But like that's not, Schindler's List. Like you can improve on Roadhouse, so why not take a stab at it? But when you're remaking something that's perfect, it's like, why are you doing that to yourself?
Yeah, you're boxing yourself in.
Yeah. I would never want to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
There's no room for improvement.
Yeah.
Same people that want to like remake fucking Back to the Future with Tom Holland. Like,
oh my god.
Kill yourself.
I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's just
that
a
says
smelly
a lot.
idea.
Yeah.
Let's say, while we're talking about it, what's a movie you'd like to see get remade?
Oh man.
So this should probably be something that has like a great concept, but failed in the execution. And you want like another director to take a stab at it or something.
I'm having a hard time thinking of something. You know what? I want remade? I want another. I mean, I guess it would kind of be remade, but Judge Dredd. So you had the Stallone one, which wasn't very good, and then you had the Carl Urban one, which was really good, and then no one talked about it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd consider it a remake though, because it's a comic book character, so it's just like a new adaptation. Like the Batman isn't a remake of anything. It's just
I guess
like,
I didn't think about that. Or a remake of an original property.
Like a remake of a movie that was like just a movie, not like adapted from anything. I have a possible idea. I'd like to see Last Action Hero get remade with Tom Cruise as the lead.
Ooh.
Because he's our last action hero.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some cheesy movies that you know what I feel like wouldn't be. This is gonna sound crazy because this is probably this is a movie a lot of people really like that I wouldn't have a problem being remade, but RoboCop.
Well, they did that.
They did it bad. But like I feel like that movie was kind of.
I feel like RoboCop has to be made in the 80s and has to be directed by Paul Verhoeven.
You think so?
I don't see a RoboCop movie that works without that happening.
My brain instantly goes to like an older movie that involved like sci-fi elements because you can really like masterfully do those visuals now. And a lot of those movies have already been remade. Like Total Recall has already been remade. RoboCop's already been remade. Fucking, there's like 9 Predator movies.
Yeah.
What else? Fucking The Thing was a remake already.
Hell yeah.
That's how you do it.
God, there's got to be something we're forgetting that needs to be remade.
There's definitely some. If I sat down and thought about it for a while, I could probably come up with some
or like
good
pulled up
stuff.
Letterboxd.
I still think that like there could be a minimum of 4-star Mortal Kombat movie that gets made, but I haven't really gotten that.
Yeah. They released like some info about the new Mortal Kombat movie. Did you know Carl Urban was playing Johnny Cage?
In the new one?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Why is he not playing Kano?
Well, they already got a guy to play Kano.
I know. Why didn't they get him?
I don't know. He was a big fan casting for Kano. Everyone saw him as Butcher and was like, "This is our guy."
Yeah.
Have him,
But
pee on the
in
ground.
all fairness, the guy they got as Kano was great. He was one of the best parts of that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got him as Johnny Cage. I'm not sure about that. He doesn't give off Cage. I don't know much about the old combat, but he doesn't give me Cage vibes.
No. You know who does? Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell does.
That guy's got it.
Yeah.
You put a pair of sunglasses on him, that's JC.
They should have got Tom Cruise.
Dude.
He's too cool. He's too cool for that. Being a part of an ensemble.
I think because Johnny Cage is supposed to come off like an idiot sometimes, and Tom Cruise is just like, he says something and you're like, yeah, you are the guy. You just believe it.
Yeah. I could never believe Tom Cruise is an idiot.
No.
Yeah. Huh. Just thinking about remakes. I guess that's... I want to say, like, Batman v Superman, but not really, but kind of. Like, I just want it to be tweaked a little bit. I want Zack Snyder to come back, and Ben Affleck to come back, and Henry Cavill to come back, and just, like, take out Lex Luthor, and, you know, just add some, and take out Doomsday, you know?
You just want Zack Snyder to make a better movie.
All right, that's not how I describe it.
It sounds just like what you're
how I
saying.
describe it. I have it at 4 stars. Thank you very much. But
Yeah, that's fucking dumb.
I would appreciate some tweaking, because there's so talk about like almost making a masterpiece in terms of the castings and the visuals. Holy fuck. I mean, there's so much I love about BVS, and then you put it in and you start watching, and then you see Lex Luthor and sucking on Jolly Ranchers, and I just...
You do not want to shake this guy's hand.
Did you hear someone asked Jesse Eisenberg a few days ago if he had any advice for Nicholas Hoult playing Lex Luthor?
No.
He said, "Don't watch me."
Well, at least he knows that it wasn't too good.
Yeah. I love Jesse Eisenberg. I don't like him as Lex Luthor, but, you know, shout out to him.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy. And his new movie, I think he wrote and directed in it.
Holy cow.
With him and Kieran Culkin are the leads.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think they play brothers or something. I don't know. That should be fun.
I like it.
But yeah, we're fucking rambling. Did you want to talk about what you watched?
Yes. At the same time you finished Bebop, just about, I finished Arcane. Arcane was incredible. 5 out of 5. It ended 5 out of 5. I knew it in my heart. It was a 5 out of 5.
Damn.
It's one of the best looking shows visually, the aesthetic of it, the animation I've ever seen in my life. Just no holds barred, coming in my pants from the visual language of everything.
The visual language.
And then the characters, there's not a single character that ever shows up on screen in Arcane that I don't like. Not one.
That's big.
Yeah. And they released it. It's one season right now. They're going to do another season. But they released the first season in 3 parts, and they were each 3 episodes. So it kind of feels that way. You do 3 episodes, 3 episodes, 3 episodes. And they are all fantastic. Very tight. I think they're like about 40 minutes long. So there's not really room to miss. But I don't know anything about League of Legends, and I still very much enjoyed it.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Yeah. But I do know a lot of people talked about like how much obviously League of Legends is huge. The lore and everything is massive.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about how refined they told the story through like just a couple of characters. They didn't try and shove as much in as possible to like please like League of Legends players. Like, oh, look at this guy and this guy and this guy. Like they did
like
it all.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, they did it all organically through like we need these characters to tell this story.
Yeah.
And they showed a lot of restraint in doing that because I'm sure there's other really cool characters.
Oh yeah.
That
Probably
you could have brought
thousands.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about it. Like
yeah.
what it even is, but it's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I fucking love it.
I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah. And the soundtrack is also fucking sick.
I know Denzel Curry's on it. So
yeah. I know what you're
my
thinking.
dick's hard.
Imagine Dragons.
That is what I'm thinking. But
it's a friction situation where friction,
but friction's good.
because it's Mission Impossible.
You're saying that the Imagine Dragons song is good in Arcane?
Arcane makes it good. Like, because I know it's from Arcane.
So you can listen to it now in the car.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could
You
see
have
that
a good
happening.
time when we play Friction. Because we think about Henry Cavill shooting his cuffs.
Yeah. I do. I do have a good time. That makes... I won't hold that against you. Because if it's a show you really like...
Yeah.
And it plays... Does it play every time, like, you start an episode? Like, it's
It plays
the
in
theme
the
song?
intro. Obviously, you can skip the intro after, like, the first episode.
Yeah.
And then there's one episode where they're playing, and I guess this is the one kind of like weird part about the show, but there's like two cities. There's like a nice city and like a
Shitty
crime city. Yeah. And when they're walking through the shitty city, like, the song's playing, but you see them playing the song. They're like in the show for like a few seconds.
Imagine Dragons?
Yeah, Imagine Dragons.
Oh.
Like you see them as characters in the world,
Oh, yuck.
like performing.
That's yucky.
It's cool in the scene. I think it's cool in the scene. I
All
thought
right.
I was gonna see JID pop up like as a character.
They're not... They don't have the juice for that.
Nah, they couldn't do it.
No.
But no, I love the music for it. It's all stuff that like, if you were to go through the soundtrack, you probably wouldn't like some of it.
But with the context...
In the context, it's like
That's
this
a lot
is
of stuff.
awesome. Yeah.
I mean, if someone a year ago played me the Cowboy Bebop song, I'd be like, what the fuck are you playing? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Put the JID back on.
Yeah.
But with the context of the show, like, I love it.
Yeah.
And I could probably go in my car right now and listen to fucking Caravan from Whiplash and have a great time because
Yeah,
it's from
dude.
Whiplash. But
Voodoo Mama.
yeah, Voodoo Mama. But if some stranger gets in my car, they're like, "Are you listening to fucking orchestral jazz? Like, what is this?" Be like, "This is fucking Caravan, Johnny Utah. Turn my pages, bitch."
Heck
And,
yeah.
they wouldn't get it. So that is a real thing. Like, a song not being good until you've seen it in something that you like. There's probably a ton of songs on my phone that I like because they're in movies, but if they weren't in a movie, like, if you just step back and listen to the song and take out the fact that it's in a movie you like, sometimes they're not that good.
Yeah.
Or they're just not stuff you would normally listen to.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the stuff in, like, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
Like, I wouldn't really typically listen to, like, 60s music. At least not that kind. But with the song that was in the trailer that I saw, like, 100 times.
Oh yeah.
Get a little love and
Yeah.
that one,
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't normally listen to that. But since it's in fucking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I jammed to this shit.
Yeah.
So... I that checks out. I'll give you a Imagine Dragons pass for this, for this since it's in a show you like. But yeah, I think me and Carl are gonna, like, swap.
Yeah, that's
He's
the plan.
gonna start watching Bebop. I'll check out Arcane, and in the meantime, we are about halfway through Ted.
Yeah, dude.
Let me tell you something.
What
Ted's
a good
fucking
time
awesome.
Ted is.
I'm
I have egg on my face because I didn't think this was going to be good.
well, yeah, I didn't either, which is weird because I love both Ted movies. I think both of those are like 4 stars for me. I've always loved Seth MacFarlane as like a creator, and I think his comedy is right up my alley.
Yeah.
Me and him just click in terms of what he thinks is funny. Most of the time, I think it's funny too.
Yeah.
The way he delivers lines is really funny. But also with the Ted series, it is hysterical, and there's constant laughter in Ted. But it's also a well-made show with likable characters that also have like arcs, and you know, it's not just comedy. It's not like a sitcom. Like
Yeah.
it's a real show too, and it's fucking great. Like
Yeah.
I really like it. And so I feel kind of silly now in hindsight, like why was I not excited for this? Because I think the only reason I wasn't excited was because it was a series. In my head, like that's just it's like it feels like cash grabby a little bit. If there was like if it was just Ted 3 coming to theaters, I'd be like, fuck yeah. The conclusion, the long-awaited conclusion to the Ted trilogy.
Complete, yeah.
Yeah, but since it was a series, I just had it in my head that it was going to be like drawn out and not be great, and I guess I wasn't really paying attention to like the production of it because I didn't know Seth MacFarlane was the creator. I figured they were going to like do their own thing, and he was kind of done with Ted.
That's kind of what I thought. I thought he was going to kind of just
Maybe
like,
come in and do the voice, and that was it.
Yeah, he does the voice because he's got so much fucking shit that he's doing. And I can't imagine having to deal with a day in the life of him with all the shit that he's got to do probably. Between Family Guy, American Dad, The Orville, if he's still doing that, and then fucking Ted, which I think The Orville
I don't
ended.
think he really does much nowadays.
Really?
Yeah, well, he just does the voices for Family Guy and American Dad. That doesn't take long. I mean, that like
I don't know. He does like 80% of the voices in Family Guy.
yeah, but voice acting doesn't take long. Like you can do a whole season of TV in like a day or two, in a session.
Oh, really?
Like it doesn't
I kind
take
of figured
long.
it would take longer than that.
Because he's not the showrunner anymore, so he kind of just like shows up to do the voices and that's it. So
Yeah, if he's anytime like if he does something where I know that he's like involved at least a little bit with some of the writing, I watch it.
yeah,
And that's why I saw 2 seasons of The Orville.
you watched
and
2
I
seasons.
Stopped.
What's I feel like I'd like it. What's so bad about it?
There wasn't anything. I just stopped watching it.
I thought you make fun of it and say it's bad.
He makes fun of it and says it's bad.
I don't remember that happening. That doesn't seem like something he would do.
Oh yeah, he makes fun of American Dad too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Logic really likes The Orville.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it. So I initially started it and it wasn't crazy. Like I didn't think it was crazy funny at the time. And then I rewatched it and I got 2 seasons deep and I think it like ended. And then they were doing another season. I just never picked it back up. But once I got deeper in, it got a lot funnier.
It seems like something I would like.
Yeah, I do remember. There's one blob guy that's always like rolling around the ship, and people are constantly accidentally like stepping in him, and it's so funny.
Sounds funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, I might one day down the road I might check it out. Because I just have a hard time believing a show written by Seth MacFarlane I wouldn't like.
it's probably really good if I'd stuck with it.
He seems pretty foolproof in terms of me liking his stuff. So I even liked A Million Ways to Die in the West. That was funny.
That movie, I love probably more than I should. I think it is so.
You do
fucking
like
funny.
it a lot. I've seen it once. I've forgotten most of the jokes now, but I remember when I watched it, I liked it.
Dude, the Ryan Reynolds cameo was hilarious. Yeah, he's like, "Who here wants to die?" And you turn around, and there's a bunch of people, and then Ryan Reynolds is randomly there, and he's like, and he just shoots him in the head. He's got no lines.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I remember the Back to the Future thing.
Oh yeah,
That was the one I remember. But yeah, fucking Seth MacFarlane. Ted's awesome. There's so many like great jokes in Ted. Just like 4 episodes in.
yeah.
I love I think it's the first episode, Ted goes to school with Johnny, and he goes, "Do you ever like get uncomfortable being the only white kid in your school?" Or is that what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he was like, "No, it's all right." And he was like, "We had an Indian kid last year." And he was like, "But they got him." And he was like, "What do you mean they got him?" And he was like, "Yeah, he was a nice kid. He used to share his jujubes with me." "What do you mean they got him?" And that's a lot of what like the Ted. I've noticed a lot of something he does a lot in Ted is like he'll start a joke with like one group of people, and then the conversation will like cut to someone else, and they'll say something, and then it'll cut back. Like when they were at the dinner table, and they were talking about like whatever. Ted said a bad word. And
they were talking about slurs.
Yeah, slurs. I'm not gonna say it in case it's bad. I'm still not sure, but and she was like, "And now they've said 2 slurs, and it's not even breakfast yet." And then he was like, 2? I just remember the one. What was the other one? And then so they keep talking, then it keeps cutting back to them, and he was like, "No, it can't be that one." And then like I've noticed they do that a lot, and it's really funny.
Yeah,
it's like the comedic timing of it is great, and also considering like how hard it is probably to plan that stuff out when there's nothing there in Ted's place, and like in real life, like planning out the editing and the comedic timing of everything while he's not there, and he's like the one that talks the most in the show. That's got to be pretty difficult.
Yeah, dude.
But
and something else I noticed about Ted too is like they don't really treat it like a live action show at all. Like they'll do like Ted will say like will actively make fun of someone that like something someone's saying
to
while
their
they're
face.
there,
Yeah.
and they won't acknowledge like what he said.
Yeah, in the last episode, he did it with the teacher.
Yeah, and then they also
didn't even acknowledge what he just said.
Yeah, and then they also do the bit with the apple pies that like. That's breaking, a full-blown sketch.
Yeah, breaking the laws of physics. Yeah,
which is so funny. Dude.
Yeah, that is funny. Like, you can't get upset about it when it's fucking Ted.
Yeah.
Like, you're in the wrong place if you're looking for shit that makes sense.
Yeah, it's so lighthearted, and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And I just was grinning ear to ear when he was like, "And we need your bike." And then he was in the Jawa outfit in the basket going...
In the E.T. pose.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted is fucking sick.
Yeah.
I might even rewatch it when I finish it. Like, I might put it on when I go to bed. It's really fucking funny.
Yeah.
So everybody check that out. Check out Ted. And it's a prequel, so if you haven't seen the movies, don't worry. I mean, you should watch them because they're good. But...
Unless you're because you have a problem with that for some reason.
All right. No, I don't. I don't have a problem with it.
I think you have a little problem with
No, I don't.
Doing
Are you
prequels?
referencing the Frankenweenie incident? Is that what we're doing right now?
I was, but I'll let it
put
go.
this past us.
I'll let it go. The Frankenweenie incident. That's gonna go in the history books. Oh God.
Yeah, I think we've yapped enough.
I didn't get to do my song of the week. And mine's not really of the week, but as of the past 2 days, I have only listened to Dynasties and Dystopias by Denzel Curry. Due to my penis being erect. From Arcane.
Okay.
The TV show.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah.
That is good to know.
I was like mad that I was like, well, where's season 2? I'm ready for more.
Hell yeah.
That's what it's all about, dude.
What's the progress on that?
Season 2? I think fall of this year.
Oh,
They're gonna do.
that's soon.
Yeah, I googled it. That's how I was like, when the fuck is this getting here? I'm ready. But yeah,
It's gonna be here a lot sooner than fucking Severance season 2. It's gonna be damn 2027 by the time we get that.
I'll be an old man.
That came out like 2021. Like how? It's been 3 years since that came out. What the fuck are you doing, Ben? Fucking get to writing, idiot. Give us more sound.
Yeah, you moron.
Yeah, you idiot, you dunce.
Yeah.
Fucking get in the lab.
Yeah. Put your fucking ears on, dude.
Yeah. And we're not like no updates, no castings, no like damn, bro. You're just gonna whip out your dick and make an incredible season of television and then just be like, yeah, I'm gonna wait 8 years, make another season. Fuck you.
Yeah, dude. You're just gonna invite us out to a nice seafood dinner and fucking blue balls like that?
Yeah.
Hell no.
It's like you're gonna fucking bring us out a nice lobster at a nice restaurant and then not give us a fork.
Yeah.
We just gotta look at it. Can't even eat it.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah. Bullshit.
Can't do that.
Dude.
Yeah. That's horseshit. So, yeah. You're lucky that it's coming out so soon.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But it also gives you the opportunity to gear up for season 2, and then we can watch season 2 together.
Yeah. Once I finish Ted, I'm gonna start on Arcane.
Yeah.
Or maybe dabble in both at the same time, because Ted's our family.
Yeah, that's our
show.
group watch.
Yeah.
But there's no shot that you don't like Arcane. No shot.
Pretty bold statement.
You're gonna like it, or I'll fight you.
You know I like the Smiths, right?
I'll fight you.
And you don't.
That's you being weird.
No, it's not. That's you being weird. Everyone likes the Smiths, except for Spitfire.
That's my boy right there. Hell yeah. I know he's called me dumb
That's
before.
his one fault.
Probably. But
That's his one fault.
he knows
is that
his
he doesn't like the
tunes.
Smiths.
That's what it's all about. It sounds like he knows bangers.
He loves Radiohead.
Yeah. That's the guy. Listen to
like Radiohead?
Spitfire. Yeah.
Oh, I like Radiohead too. I wish I liked them more than
You like
I do.
Radiohead?
I like them. I don't love them.
Oh, I don't like Radiohead anymore.
Awesome. There's a lot of people I want to like more than I do, like Radiohead and the Strokes.
Strokes.
Yeah.
I don't think I know much by the
Oh,
Strokes.
so you're an idiot. Yeah, I wish I liked them more than I do. They're a newer band. They've got a cool vibe,
The
but
Strokes is a newer brand?
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think I'm in the...
And Nirvana. I feel like cool people like Nirvana. But then I listen to anything that's not their top 4 songs and I'm like, eesh.
Yeah.
This is because they're a grunge band. That's what they are. And I'm not into grunge.
I'm gonna climb overboard into your boat on the whole Nirvana thing.
Like you give me something in the way, pants are creamed. You give me some
But
Smells
something
Like
in the
Teen
way,
Spirit, I can get down with it.
Something in the way is, I think, just because of the Batman.
It is, but it's also they don't have any other songs like that. That is a standalone thing that they did. Because, like I said, they're a grunge band, and they made one song that's acoustic that never really was even supposed to come out. That was a demo that Kurt Cobain did, and it just kind of happened. But
without having seen the Batman, and I just got in someone's car and they start playing something in the way, I'd be like, "Whoa, man."
You're right.
It sounds like whatever that guy is that does all those skits on his show, or not. It's not a show. It's like a podcast, I guess. When he's the guy that's like, "Why is your skin so loose? They only show you one kind of penis in the textbooks." That does songs like that. That sounds like a song that he would make in one of his sketches.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird, I guess. It's a little weird. The second I saw the Batman trailer, I added it to my phone, and now it's awesome.
Yeah.
But You're right.
out of the context of the
You're
Batman.
right.
It's
Out of
pretty
the
fucking
context,
weird.
I would probably hear that and be like, "Yeesh,
Yeah.
this is weird."
Yeah.
But
If I got in someone's car and they were playing that, I'd be like, "Oh, this is me."
you can let me out right here.
Yeah.
I'll walk the rest of the way.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Arcane.
Arcane, dude, so good.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Fucking love it.
But now it's time to talk about Poor Things. It's that time of the hour.
Boo.
Hey.
No, let's talk about Poor Things.
First things first. My favorite Yorgos.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's
Hang on.
woo.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yorgos.
Um.
I saw your review for it. You're like, why weren't you doing this the whole time?
Yeah. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Yeah, I liked it. Everyone always praises Yorgos as a director. And if you heard our Yorgos episode, I don't really understand that until this.
Yeah.
This is the first movie I've seen by Yorgos where I was like, this guy has some juice.
Yeah.
Like,
Until
this guy,
now, you've rejected their hypotheses.
yeah, this guy has a creative style that is not similar to anyone else. He just has his own shit going on. He's doing different shit. The score is like, I love the score. I thought it worked so well in the movie. It was like peaceful, but like the way it was being played was like a little sinister also.
Yeah, almost like a melancholy
Yeah.
kind of thing going on.
Yeah, the score is great. The characters are so interesting, and the sets and like all the shit that they built, and the way that he did like CGI skies, but it looked really cool, and it looked like it was intentionally fake looking.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he wasn't going for realism. He was
Very
going
like
for
dollhouse
surrealist, like,
Yeah.
you know, art. And I just thought it all looked so good, and it's probably his funniest movie too. Definitely his funniest movie. And I just had like a great time watching it. I was never, every Yorgos movie I've watched, there's been a point where I was like, like, how long until this is over?
Yeah.
And except for this one I was just having fun. I was just having fun watching it, and I don't think it's perfect. We have some like similar complaints, and we can get into them. But I will let you give like your initial thoughts first, and then we'll get into that.
Well, first of all, I agree with most everything you said. As of right now, I do think it is my favorite Yorgos movie. I love the visuals, the humor. It is the funniest Yorgos movie I've seen so far, and I really liked the performances from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You bring Willem aboard, you're already getting like 2 stars minimum.
Yep.
Because he's William Dafoe is on board. But I did see. I saw a review. I don't remember who did it of Poor Things, and it was Metropolis x Frankenstein x Bang Bros, and I was like, yep, that's this movie.
Yep.
But for me, I thought a lot of the characters were interesting, except for what's the main girl's name?
Bella?
Bella, yeah.
You didn't think Bella was interesting?
Not really, because Bella's kind of like an empty slate because she doesn't really know anything, so people project like information onto her and she kind of assesses it. But my big gripe with the movie was like how you made fun of me when I said this before, but like how much sex is in the movie. A lot of the movie is Bella getting plowed out. or at least it feels like a lot of the movie.
I made fun of you because it's just like there are people online that's like that talk about unnecessary sex scenes, and like it's just like funny to make fun of those people.
Yeah.
But you're not one of those people. But so it was just funny hearing like someone complain about there being too much sex.
Yeah.
But honestly, like I agree. I agree with, because I think the concept of this movie is,
What are you, fucking Mr. Rogers now?
Yeah. I think the concept of the movie is basically like someone being born and experiencing life for the first time and learning about all the good things and bad things about living and the world that we live in. And like that concept is brilliant. And having like someone from the start to the end of a movie for like 2 hours learning about life is just like, you can do so much with that. And I feel like you said, a lot of it, I know that Yorgos really wanted to dive into like the darker side of like humans and the darker side of life, but it really did feel like a big portion of the movie was just her fucking.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, at first they first go on this adventure without getting into too many spoilers, and there's a lot of sex that goes on between her character and another character. And she kind of goes out and she's overindulging on like what we would consider life's like simple pleasures, sex, good food, listening to music, stuff like that. And I'm like, she overindulges, she overeats, she throws up, and I'm like, she's gonna start like putting together that like you can't just do all this all the time. And then she proceeds to do all that all the time. And I was like, man, like when you have a character who is just now experiencing life and she's kind of seen the good side, and she does meet another character later on in the movie who shows her that like it's not all sunshines and rainbows, but I feel like it's way late in the movie.
It is, yeah.
And for the most part, it is all sunshine and rainbows for her until she meets that character. And then by the end of the movie, I feel like she doesn't really, like, this was a big odyssey for her to find herself, but she spends most of it just having sex with people. And by the end of the movie, it doesn't really feel like anything in her life happened that pushed her one way or the other, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like her decision at the end of like what to do with her life, like what did that have to do with anything that she experienced? You know what I mean?
Well, she started reading a lot, which happened off screen. So it's like when the movie starts, she's kind of an idiot, to put it nicely.
Yeah.
Like she can barely form a sentence when the movie starts, and by the end of the movie she's like speaking like a normal person.
Yeah.
So her character has a huge arc over, the span of the movie, but a lot of like her learning happens off screen. And I feel like that's a big missed opportunity, because that's cool shit for the audience to watch, is her learning. And so they just kind of like show her reading books occasionally throughout the movie. And
yeah.
You learn that she got into reading, and I agree. I feel like so much of the time was spent on her like fucking,
Yeah.
which sure probably should happen like a couple times.
Yeah, I mean,
but
like I said, the initial adventure, the start of that initial adventure, I get that. But like later on when it just continues, and then like through like a conversation that she has, it almost seems like he tried to do this spin on like a woman, like kind of like a feminist type, like women are strong and they can do what they want with their bodies, kind of like thing. But I don't think she was in a very good circumstance
Yeah.
to make that like conversation happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, most people wouldn't want to be what was happening right then.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, the idea that the thing that got her out of Baxter's house for the first time was that some older guy wanted to sneak her out of her house so he could fuck her.
Yeah.
Just makes me feel a little icky.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't really know what's going on. She has the brain of a child, and I'm not one of those like prude, like, gets overly offended by movies, and like, I don't care what you do in a movie. Like, I really don't. Kill whoever you want. Like, I'm not squeamish. I'm pretty relaxed about like everything, but when I'm watching the movie, I'm like, first of all, that's just like a little gross to me. Like, this is happening to someone that doesn't really understand what's happening.
Yeah.
But second of all, it's like, you couldn't have thought of anything like more interesting to have her experience life for the first time. Like, I thought, because I mean, I know this is adapted from a book, but you can change whatever you want to change.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would have been cooler for the audience if the movie started with her being brought to life and we see like the entire arc of her character, and not like, because the way it's presented is when the movie starts, the procedure's over and Baxter's been with her for an amount of time. We don't know exactly how long. Mm-hmm. And then like Duncan sneaks her out eventually and takes her on like the cruise ship or whatever, and it's like, I just feel like it would have been more like, there's no way that was the best way to get her out in the world experiencing stuff, was to have Duncan sneak her off onto a cruise ship for sexual pleasures.
I feel like a lot of the movie was like cool ideas that could have been done much better. Like, even the third act of like, what's that guy's name that showed up towards the end from Count of Three?
Oh, Christopher Abbott.
Like, even like that whole situation with Christopher Abbott's character, I feel like could have been a lot more impactful, of like her, trying to figure out who she could have been in a sense, and it not really have turned out the way she thought it was. Like, that could have been done in a more impactful way. Like,
someone who desperately wants to know who they were, and then they find out who they were, and they're like, oh, that fucking sucks. Like,
yeah,
I'm glad I'm who I am.
Yeah. But it happens like so late in the movie.
That's one of my big problems, is the pacing.
Yeah. Once she gets to Paris,
there's
the
times
movie
where it just gets kind of repetitive. Like,
dude, once she gets to Paris, the movie like kind of died for me. And she gets to the house and is like just
doing her thing.
Yeah,
and it was like a lot of the same shit happening.
Yeah,
and I wasn't a huge fan of it, of that section. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed watching it. Great visuals, great performances. Even Mark Ruffalo's good.
Yep.
I'm not a Mark Ruffalo hater anymore, but I'm also not like a huge fan of him.
Yeah.
I think he's good, and he's okay to good in most movies, and he was like he's playing something he's never played before in this movie, and he did a good job, and he has a lot of the comedic moments fall on him.
Yeah.
And he did a good job.
Heck yeah.
So did Willem.
And he's got a cute little mustache.
Yeah.
So you said you landed on a 4 for Poor
I did,
Things?
but I'm thinking about bringing it down.
I've got it probably like lower than it should be, but
I'm thinking maybe a 3.5.
Yeah, I think I've got it like a 3. I don't think
it also just didn't make me, for like, a movie about someone experiencing life for the first time and learning about everything the world has to offer, like, it didn't make me feel anything.
Yeah. Honestly, like, when we were talking about it, because I said movies like that had been done before, and you were like, I can't think of any, and my pick was like Swiss Army Man. Like, I think Swiss Army Man kind of did a similar type of story in a more charming way.
Well, it's a lot shorter, so that helps. It's about an hour shorter, so a lot less repetition took place in Swiss Army Man. I don't hate that take, saying that, like, Swiss Army Man is better.
Yeah. I think I've got Poor Things at like a 3. I just don't think that, and again, I didn't know this was adapted from a book, but I don't think that Yorgos, well, I guess I don't know how much of this was like him trying the book versus him making decisions.
I think the book, I got the vibe from him. I was listening to an interview with him, and I got the vibe he changed like almost everything. Like, he took the bare bones of the book and like made it his own.
Okay, so yeah, I just don't think that his writing is for me. I think he is a talented director because everything looks great, and scenes are laid out well, the sets look good. Visually it's there and the camera works good, but as far as like, well, I guess like the weird dialogue that he had for the longest time is kind of like his decision.
Yeah, because I think he writes his movies.
Yeah.
And it's also not always the dialogue, and it's more the delivery. It's the way the dialogue is read. It feels unnatural.
Yeah,
it feels robotic.
Yeah, the dry, like, that's what I mean.
Like, on paper, you could take one of his Yorgos dialogue lines and read it in a normal way, and it would sound normal. But it's the way... It's like the stopping and starting.
Yeah.
It's like the, that whole thing.
I'm sorry. That's what I meant by like his weird dialogue. Like,
yeah, that's something he's telling the actors to do.
Yeah.
Because I've seen Colin Farrell act in other movies, and he doesn't talk like that.
Yeah.
He's only talking like that in Yorgos movies because Yorgos is telling him to.
So I think I don't like his writing, and I think like, as far as him behind the camera, it's good, but I haven't liked his writing and him telling people to like give weird like to read dialogue weird.
I do think it's better in Poor Things. Like, probably, I'd say the favorite is like his best, the movie where he got people to read dialogue the best.
Oh yeah.
And then Poor Things is probably second. Because there's still times in Poor Things where people are talking fucking weird. But the movie's weird, so it makes more sense for people to talk like that. And Bella's also kind of a delinquent for like half the movie, so it makes sense for her to talk weird.
Yeah, and it's still like... it's kind of like a period piece. Like, it's like a futuristic, weird, like... 1800s almost.
Mm-hmm.
So... it makes sense for people to have like kind of uncanny accents and say things weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's still just not for me.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I honestly I had a hard time deciding between that and the favorite as far as my top Yorgos movie. But I think the visuals of it are so strong that I'd give it to Poor Things. And it does make me laugh more.
Yeah. And that's true. And I want to know if anyone thought that if the fishbowl lens had any type of meaning. Because he randomly threw it in all the time, and typically with directors like this, like very artistic directors, people always say nothing's on accident and everything has a reason and blah blah blah. But I feel like he's just throwing the fishbowl lens in there because it looks goofy. Like, I feel like that's the only reason he's doing it. Because there's a scene with Willem Dafoe and I don't know the actor's name, but the guy, basically his assistant.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's a scene with them two talking, and it cuts to Willem Dafoe in a normal angle, normal aspect ratio, and then it cuts to his side of the conversation, and it's a fishbowl lens. These are two people in the same room just having a conversation, but one of the people has a fishbowl lens on them. And I don't even know if fishbowl's the right term, but it's like a circular frame.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it's like, obviously, Yorgos is trying to say something, I would hope, with having a fishbowl lens on only one of them, and it not being like the whole scene. So what does that mean? Or is he just being silly? And then like in the dance sequence with Mark Ruffalo and Emma Stone, like they would randomly insert little fishbowl lens shots into the scene.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like it's just, he just thought it was, weird, and he did it.
I mean, it could have. I was gonna try to remember to ask you about that whenever we first watched it, and then I kind of like had my that wasn't that good take, and we started talking about that for a little bit. But yeah, I don't know, because it happened. It wasn't like it was one character's perspective that he did that. It happened at random moments.
Yeah. And I'm not a big fan of that, of doing something weird with the visuals just to do it. I feel like it should have some type of significance in the story, or something to do with the storytelling. Like it's the same way if you're making a movie, you wouldn't make a whole movie in color and then have one scene in black and white for no reason.
Yeah.
Like that scene would be in black and white for a reason. It's either like a flashback, or it's a flash forward, or it's in an alternate universe, or it's a dream. There's something like different about it.
Yeah, there's something
for
you're trying
why
to
it's
portray.
black and white.
Yeah.
And I feel like any decision you make like that should have a reason.
Yeah.
And because the second a person's watching a movie and it goes from a full frame to a fishbowl lens, they're instantly reminded they're watching a movie.
Yeah, you're taken out
You're
of it.
taken out of the movie because you're noticing the lens change. And that's not really a good thing.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do it, there needs to be a reason. Like if there was a character that every time he's on screen, it's a fishbowl lens, or every time we see his perspective, it's in a fishbowl lens, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And then we could sit there and be like, why do you think blah, blah, blah's character had a fishbowl lens every time? Something like that. But when you just randomly throw it in with like no rhyme or reason, then it's like, I feel like you're just doing it because you think it makes your movie look more unique.
Yeah.
And that's not like a good thing to me.
Oh yeah.
So, hey.
I would say that's borderline lame.
I'd borderline on that. Yeah, I mean, Yorgos sounds like a nice guy, so,
He does.
I wish him the best.
I saw him. I saw a picture. I saw what he looked like for the first time. He looked like a little sweetie pie.
Yeah.
But,
I watched him talk to Ari Aster for a few minutes.
oh, really?
Yeah. He's a nice guy, but he's just, some directors, man, they just, everyone else loves them, and I just don't get it.
I don't think I've ever experienced it on this level before. It's happened to me on movies that people hold highly regarded, like Stalker. People love Stalker, and I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And but I've never had someone like a director that people were like, this guy. Well, kind of PTA a little bit, but
PTA is one for me. I think he's good. I just don't think he's great. I don't think he's some master.
Yeah.
I like everyone else
got
does.
him.
Yeah, I don't think he's some fucking generational talent like
Yeah.
everyone else does.
But to this level, like, I gave Dogtooth 1 star. And my highest rated Yorgos movie is at a 3. And I'm honestly second guessing a 3.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
it's weird. It's weird, man.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. There's like certain directors they just really click with me, like Shane Black. Every Shane Black movie I've seen is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Every Matt Reeves movie I've seen is awesome. And I stand by my Matt Reeves is better than PTA take. I will stand on that till the day I die. I don't care.
Yeah.
One makes good movies. And I'm not going to say PTA doesn't make good movies because that'd be kind of an idiotic statement. But
Yeah, because PTA's made a good movie.
he's made more than one good movie, but he's made one great movie.
Yeah.
And even then, I would take the Batman both Apes movies over There Will Be Blood. So not even like close for me.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'd take There Will Be Blood over like his other stuff like Cloverfield and
Oh, yeah.
Let Me In. Even though those are good.
Yeah. How about fucking look at the scoreboard, guy?
Yeah.
Last time I checked, Matt was up here. Matt's got the old, what does he got, 4? No.
What are you talking about?
I think he's got like 3 movies that I would put over what I think PTA's best movie is.
Yeah.
So, fucking, you got a stack here, and you got that.
Yeah.
So, no thanks.
Yep. I mean, different strokes for different folks. Also, like, I love Martin Scorsese. Don't get it twisted. He makes some great movies, but he is not like my favorite director, and he's not really even like top 5.
I don't think I've top 5 directors. Yeah, I don't think he's in my top 5 either. Obviously he's a fucking legend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's earned everything that he's gotten. But if I were to throw together a top 5 director list, I don't think I would put him on it.
I certainly get it if other people do, but certain directors just make movies that aren't my favorites. I can watch them and say, damn, like, that's a great movie. But I'm always going to side with people that makes shit more up my alley. Like Christopher Nolan. If someone says
Reeves.
Scorsese's a better filmmaker than Christopher Nolan, I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
Maybe you're even right. But what I can tell you is Christopher Nolan makes movies that I enjoy watching and rewatching frequently.
Yeah.
I love every movie he's ever made other than Following, which doesn't really count. That was $6,000 budget with him and his buddies.
Yeah.
Ever since like Memento, which I'm not huge on Memento, but even that's good.
Yeah.
And fucking I prefer Denis, I prefer Fincher. Both of those guys make movies right up my alley. Denis for science fiction and David Fincher for dark ass serial
For
killer
fucking
shit.
murders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Murders and Benjamin Button.
Murders and executions.
Yep.
Murders and executions. Who is my top 5? I know it's Nolan and Denis. Fincher.
Well, you got Nolan, Denis, Fincher. Would you put Tarantino up there?
Ooh. He may be in there.
What about old Berg?
Berg?
Spielberg.
Oh.
That's shorthand. That's street jive.
I thought you were talking about Bergman.
No, I was talking about Spielberg.
Oh, I was like, I haven't even seen a Bergman yet.
No.
Spielberg's not in my top 5. He's there's an argument to be made he's the best director of all time, but his movies aren't ones I rewatch too much. They're classics, but I try to think about what directors' movies do I rewatch the most.
So you got what? Denis, Nolan,
Fincher. I do be loving Michael Mann, but I haven't seen his filmography yet. I've only seen the Crime at Night trilogy.
Hell yeah.
And
wait, is Black Hat not Crime at Night?
it might be a night, but it's
Shit.
crime. But that doesn't count.
Okay.
This is a made-up trilogy anyway, so I can make up whatever goes in
You
it.
just all right. I got you.
Yeah, and Black Hat certainly does not go in it.
Dude, Thief is so cum.
Yeah.
So cum.
Fucking Tangerine Dream.
Cum can?
Oh,
my God.
James Cum.
Yep. Oh, dude.
Got him. The Shoulder Man.
The shoulder man himself, Mr. Coat Hanger,
Yep.
coming in.
The human coat hanger. Could cut fucking steel with those shoulders.
God bless.
I do love James Cameron, but I don't think he's in there. I think you're right. I think Tarantino might be in there.
I think he's got, as far as consistently you love the movies, I think Tarantino's up there.
Yeah. And then I think might be crazy, but I think maybe number 5 would be Matt Reeves. Because when you
Crazy,
create
dude.
my favorite movie ever, that's a lot of brownie points right there.
That's true.
That makes up for a lot when you make my favorite movie ever, and then you combine that with 2, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which is a masterpiece, and then War of the Planet of the Apes, which is a 4.5.
Yeah.
A beautiful movie.
Damn near a masterpiece.
Yeah. That's
It's nothing to scoff at.
no, it's nothing to sneeze at.
And then you got
So-
fucking the Game Night guys. I forgot.
Yeah,
their
they're
names.
on the right track.
Yeah, they're gunning for that number 5 spot, dude.
Yeah, they're coming. God, I want to know what they're doing next. Fuck. That's gonna be awesome, whatever it is.
Oh my God, Bong Joon-ho. Forgot about him. You wouldn't put him up there?
No. But he's probably like in the 5 to 10 range. But I also haven't seen too many of his movies. I mean, he just hasn't really made a ton.
Yeah.
But I've seen Memories, Snowpiercer, Okja, and Parasite. So I've only seen 4 of his movies. I think I'm only missing like The Host and Mother. I think that's all I need to see.
Yeah.
We're yapping. Guys being dudes.
That's how you do it. We need to hurry up and finish our fucking Michael Mann run that we started.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
We started
I don't think that's
quite
we
a
never
while
talked
ago.
about The Keep because we said we were gonna save it for the episode.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we never talked about
Yeah.
it. Here, we can talk about it now. It fucking sucks. All right.
No, we'll do a Michael Mann episode.
I want to, but like, I feel like
That's what you get for
There's-
tuning into every episode of The Scoop, though. You get the sneak peek at fuck the keep, dude. For the Michael Mann episode.
oh, there's a lot. It's not like the Yorgos binge was like so easy. Like the movies weren't the best, but
Speak
There's
for
only
yourself,
4 of them.
pal.
there's only 4 of them.
Yeah, but we've seen a lot of.
There was like 12 Man movies to watch because we're rewatch
No.
we were starting from first movie he made to the last movie he made, so we were rewatching things we've seen, and there was like 12 movies.
Well, what if we just didn't do the rewatch?
I want to.
But that's your also your problem with it.
It's not my problem, but I'm saying like it's just such a taxing fucking thing, and
Well, we don't have to do it as like we have to get this done for next episode, but we'll just do it over the course of time.
dude, there's so many things I want to watch, man. There's so many shows I need to watch. I still need to see Peaky Blinders. Fucking Now I've got to watch Arcane.
Arcane's easy though.
Yeah.
Arcane is watch the Zack Snyder Justice League twice, and you watched Arcane.
That you made it sound longer when you said that. I want to watch the Oceans trilogy. I want to rewatch the Rocky franchise.
I think you mean the Ocean's quadrilogy.
Fuck you. I said what I meant. I want to rewatch the Rockies. I want to rewatch Lord of the Rings. I've actually weirdly been craving like a Star Wars watch.
I don't know.
Just because they're not really my thing, but
I don't know if I want to do that. How about instead we watch the Chris Pine Star Trek movies and see what they're all about?
I want to watch those too.
I meant as a replacement. I meant don't do what you said and do that instead.
I mean, I guess. I also have Criterions I need to watch.
Dude,
Paris,
I know.
Texas.
I still have Sword of Doom.
Hell
Collecting dust.
Harakiri, Paris, Texas. Got fucking a Bruce Lee set that I've only seen Enter the Dragon of.
That's what's
So
don't finish any of the other movies, but have the set and only have seen Enter the Dragon.
It's the only one I've seen, and I just rewatched that one.
Yeah, you don't touch any of the other ones.
I've seen that one movie 4 times.
And then, like, on your deathbed, you're gonna be like, all right, it's time to move on and watch the other movies
for the big boss.
And then you die halfway through Big Boss. Oh, God. Man.
Fucking, it's overwhelming having so much shit to watch. Can you believe there's people that like don't have hobbies?
Oh yeah, dude.
That's so sad.
I do believe it.
Like, I have too many hobbies to where I don't have time to do all of them. It's a great problem to have.
Yeah.
Because some people are like bored with life. Like they go to work and they come home and they don't have anything to do. They don't have anything that excites them. That fucking sucks. Or like on the weekends. Like they don't. Those people exist. You know that, right?
I mean, everyone does something.
I mean, like,
you know what I mean?
For me, like, I have a ton of, also there's stuff that like I want to do that I haven't yet, but I want to. But like that's still an interest that I have. But you know, I have like I go to the gym, I watch football, I watch movies, I watch TV, I write sometimes.
Three of those things are like kind of all the same thing.
What?
I watch football, movies, and TV. That's
all
just watching
movies
TV.
Are not the same thing.
That's all just watching stuff.
They're different hobbies.
I mean, but you still do the same thing for that hobby.
What's your point?
I mean, I'm just saying.
If there's one person who likes watching football and one person who likes watching movies, they don't have the same hobby. Those are two different things.
It's like, oh, you know, sometimes I drink out of cups, and then I'll drink out of mugs, and then I'll drink out of like, you know, bowls.
No, that's
sometimes.
not a good analogy.
But you're
Carl.
still
You're
drinking
actually
stuff.
a fucking idiot. That's actually not a good analogy.
It is.
Those are different fucking hobbies.
I'm just saying it all involves like the same thing.
So who fucking cares? All sports are still playing sports. They're different, but they're fucking different. See how that works? The guy that likes baseball and the guy that likes football are different, even though they're both sports.
Yeah, but you have to do two different things for baseball and football. But
who fucking
for
cares?
Watching TV, sports,
who cares
and movies,
if it's the same act?
I'm just.
One guy knows about baseball and one guy knows about football.
I'm just pointing it out.
Those are three separate hobbies.
You made it seem like your schedule is packed full, but three of the things you do is you.
No, they're all different things
TV.
that require time.
It's fine. I just think it's funny.
Fucking obviously you think it's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Like, well, on Wednesday I got to sit over here and watch this, and then Tuesday I got to sit over here and watch this. I got a packed schedule.
Well, now all the scoopers out there know how they already thought you were stupid, and now like you're really hammering it in.
Well, name
that you think watching football and watching movies are the same hobby. So that's great.
I didn't
You're
say
not
they're the
helping
same
your cause.
hobby. I said they
No,
were
you
just, didn't. I said they're kind of all the same like type of thing. But tell me another hobby. I'm gonna like the next one. I'm not gonna laugh at the next one. Tell me.
Fucking golf.
Heck yeah. Now that's something we need to make time for. Golfing with the boys.
Fucking music.
Yep. Consuming
I also
tunes.
kind of want to learn an instrument.
Ooh, what instrument kind of? are
Probably
you
the
thinking?
guitar.
Oh my god, dude! I heard you singing today, and you start strumming something on top of that.
I mean, you heard my Bob Dylan.
My pants will come down 1,000%.
I like to read too. I just never really do it.
We're gonna remake. If you learn how to play guitar, we're gonna remake Poor Things. Call it Poor Carl, and it's just gonna be my fucking butt getting wrecked.
Man.
What'd you say you read things too?
Yeah, I said I like reading stuff too. I just don't really do it often. And then like I occasionally play some games, dabble in gaming.
Yeah.
And it's
I dabble in gaming.
which like what I just named is more hobbies than like the average person has anyways. But also the movie and TV thing is like that's an endless pit of things that I want to watch.
That's the problem. There's always backtracking to do and more coming down the floodgate at the same time.
Yep.
So there's really not like you're never going to be done like where you're like, "Oh, I just have to catch what comes out now."
Yeah.
There's always going to be cool shit around the next corner.
Yeah. And you know how there's like you have that friend that'll text you and be like, "Hey, do you want to come over? I'm bored." Or, "Hey, do you want to do this? I'm bored." It's like that's never going to happen to me.
Yeah.
Like being bored this guy doesn't know what that is. Because if I'm at home and have nothing to do, guess what? Now I get to watch something.
Yeah.
Now I get to continue the show I was watching, or I get to put in a movie and have a good time.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as being bored. And, that's pretty cool,
Yep.
in my opinion. Sometimes you want to get out of the house. That happens. I wouldn't consider that really being bored. Just like if
You want to switch it up a little bit.
yeah, you've been inside all day. You just want to get out in your car and
But that's when you get out, you play golf, you do like cool McKay runs.
yeah,
Go check out cool like antique shops or something.
yeah, that's what I do. I really don't do shit.
You do a lot.
Mm.
You're kind of always doing something.
I mean, like on the weekends, like other than going to McKay's, like I have no reason to leave my house unless I'm going to the gym or going to McKay's or going to the movies. I don't.
Yeah,
go
but you
anywhere.
work all time. You work full time. Just about. You go to the gym. You fucking do shit. And on the weekends, you want to fucking sit at home.
I don't know why you're buttering me up.
I mean, I just spent a whole Sunday. I didn't do shit Sunday.
Yeah, we did like the same thing, just in different rooms.
Yeah.
You binged Arcane and I binged Cowboy
if
Bebop.
anyone that works full time and then is also just in incredible shape. If you want to,
not in incredible
if you
shape.
want to stay at home on a Sunday and be lazy, you
I also don't work
earned
full
it,
time.
pal.
I don't know why you keep saying that.
You earned it, pal. Okay.
Yeah.
When your shoulders look like a fucking G.I. Joe action figure, and could pass as
That's
a
not true.
WWE wrestler. Maybe not WWE, but like you'd be the biggest guy in someone's backyard. you can take the day off.
I want to get a vein as big as John Cena's on his arm.
Dude, not happening.
He's got a snake in his arm.
That's an implant.
That's a bizarre vein.
Yeah.
Like
He had a 1990s phone cord sewn into his fucking arm.
he got an implant in his,
Yeah.
in his arm
Yeah.
that looks like a vein. That's the most bizarre vein I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what would happen if you, like, popped that. Like, you got, like, a little needle and, like, poked it.
Honestly, it looks... I know people like looking vascular. That looks like
Painful.
a problem.
Dude, someone on...
It looks vital, and, like, it would need... Like, that's something that should be protected. Like, there should be another layer
Yeah.
over top of that.
Yeah, you should wear, like, a shooter sleeve over that.
Yeah.
Prevent it. Prevent it from getting cut.
Yeah.
But somebody, I was listening to them talk about Iron Claw, and they said some people, like, when you get so jacked, like, it looks painful, and it looks like your skin's about to rip.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. Like, Zac Efron in the Iron Claw looks like he's about to pop.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if there's a scene in Iron Claw, but it's when he gets up for the morning, and he, like, stands up, and his stomach, obviously he has abs, but it it looks like his stomach is probably so hard to the touch.
Yeah.
Like, it would be like touching a fucking wall.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, dude. That's
Yeah.
supposed to be soft.
And I just thought that was funny because it's like, that's how they look. Like, a lot of WWE wrestlers, too, because they're all roided up, and their skin is, like, airtight.
Yeah.
And you can see their veins, and, like, when they move their chest or shoulders, you can see, like, the striations in their muscles, and it just looks like
Like
it just looks like it hurts
Yeah.
to exist like that. And I know it probably doesn't, but, like, that's crazy.
I don't know. You'll find out.
No,
Yeah, dude.
I don't eat enough food.
You will.
I have been getting my appetite back, though, so
Yeah.
that's good. I've been making myself eat breakfast.
Did you finish your Bosch?
I did finish my Bosch.
Dude, that's what I'm telling you're
Making
gonna
progress.
You're gonna do it.
About a month ago, I couldn't finish my Bosch. But because in the morning,
still getting the kids' meals.
Yeah.
Now he's eating full adult Bosches.
in the morning, I prefer to just have a cup of coffee and that be it. Like, in an ideal world, if I don't have to worry about protein and calories and shit, that would be my breakfast because it makes me feel great, gives me energy. I don't have anything on the stomach, and I'm ready to go. But I've been making myself eat for about a couple weeks now in the morning. I've been making eggs, and that, like, somehow made me more hungry when I eat in the morning. Like, I'm hungry sooner around lunch. But if I don't eat and I just have a cup of coffee, then I can, like, wait till 4 to eat. It's weird. You would think it'd be the opposite.
Yeah.
You'd think if you skip breakfast, you'd be hungrier. But when I skip breakfast, I stay unhungry. And then when I eat food, I get hungry. It's weird.
Yeah.
But it's working now. And, like, the other day, I hit, like, 200 grams of protein for, like,
Ooh.
the first time in my life.
Heck
So
yeah,
that's,
dude.
like, a ton. Because I had, like, 50 grams in the morning with some eggs and shit. And then I had a protein shake that was 30. And then I had a bowl of cereal that was 50 because I bought the protein cereal with the protein milk.
That's the cheat code, dude.
That's crazy.
Whenever
53
you did the
grams of
numbers
protein for
and
a
you were
bowl
like,
of cereal.
Yeah.
Now, it's not, it's not the best cereal in the world. I'm not eating
It's
fucking
not
Fruity
Cinnamon Toast
Pebbles.
Crunch, you know.
But Fruity Pebbles, best cereal.
Best cereal?
Yep.
It's old Captain Crunch, dude.
No.
Yep.
I don't prefer for my mouth to feel like Nagasaki. So
I don't prefer to what I'm eating feel like a wet tissue. Because you know what happens to Fruity Pebbles the second it comes out of the box and into water? Becomes mush.
I think you just don't know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I can't eat them fast enough, dude, to keep some semblance
Even
of texture.
soggy Fruity Pebbles is the best cereal.
No.
It's the taste. You can't beat the taste of Fruity Pebbles.
You can if it feels like you're eating snot.
It doesn't. You're being weird.
Soggy Fruity Pebbles.
No one has ever eaten Fruity
It's
Pebbles
not
and
good.
said this. I feel like I'm eating snot right now.
No
You're
one
being
has
a
ever
liar.
eaten soggy cereal of any kind and been like, yum yum, my favorite.
Me.
No.
I saw. Yeah, your cereal gets soggy. The shit that's on top of the milk stays dry. The shit under the milk gets soggy.
No.
And I consume both.
No. Not with good cereal.
Yeah, with any cereal it'll happen.
No, unless you're just dicking around. My Cinnamon Toast Crunch, not soggy.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch gets soggy.
I mean, if you go set it down, go do your taxes, and then come back, it gets soggy.
No, like just a normal
Cinnamon Toast
amount of time.
Crunch, Captain Crunch, Frosted Flakes is close to where like there's like maybe 8 pieces left of Frosted Flakes where like I just drink them in with the milk because I can't really scoop them out with my spoon because they're soggy. But majority of it not soggy in my tongue.
So what's the worst cereal?
The worst cereal, honestly, probably like Raisin Bran.
That's what Alan said. And I don't appreciate the Raisin Bran disrespect.
There's cereals that are like really disappointing. I think the most disappointing cereal is Cookie Crisp.
In terms of how good it should be.
Yes.
I
Raisin Bran like isn't good, but you're eating fucking Raisin Bran.
Yeah.
What'd you expect? But you get Cookie Crisp and then you get shit. That's crazy.
I see what you're saying. I used to love Cookie Crisp when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just lying to myself.
I don't know. I wanted to like it. I tried it. The second I was like, there's cookies that they call cereal,
Yeah.
I'm in.
I love cookies and cereal. This is
Yeah.
a win-win.
Immediately out afterwards.
Yeah, it's not very good. I think looking back on it, one of the worst cereals was probably Pops.
Oh.
Because Pops is just straight cardboard.
Yeah, Pops is terrible.
But I liked him as a kid. I think I was just fat. I just ate everything. I don't know. I didn't have standards. I would just eat whatever.
You know what kind of slaps though? And then like it took me a while to reflect on how much it slapped.
The coffee cereal?
No, there's a coffee cereal.
Yeah, the one with the alligator on it. I think it was an alligator.
I don't know.
Snaps? Something Snaps?
Coffee Snaps?
No, not fucking Coffee Snaps.
You said I don't know.
You buffoon.
But Honey Smacks was fucking great, dude.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's not coffee.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's a coffee cereal?
Yeah.
No, dude. I think you're fucking losing your
it's
shit.
coffee flavored.
It's not coffee flavored.
Yeah, it is.
Dude. No fucking way.
Yeah.
It's a frog.
They're both green.
Everything you said is wrong, I think. I think you're pulling shit out of your ass.
Oh, this is the wrong one.
Oh, you got the coffee edition. I didn't realize.
Okay, Honey Smacks has a frog on it. You're right. Okay, so what's the coffee cereal?
I'm gonna look up Honey Smacks coffee.
There was a fucking coffee flavored cereal.
Wait a second. Are you thinking about what are they called? Crave?
No. No, it was a
Or
fucking...
Kicks?
No. Dude, maybe I just went my whole life thinking Honey Smacks were coffee flavored.
But what would give you that idea?
I don't know.
Is it because it kind of looks like little coffee beans?
I don't think I was that smart. I don't think I knew what coffee beans looked like. So these are good?
I think so. They're fucking miles better than Pops.
Oh, you know what's on the lower tier cereal?
Honeycomb?
Mini wheats.
Oh, yeah, mini wheats. You would think
Fuck
that,
you.
like,
By the way, I heard what you said about honeycomb. Fuck you. Honeycombs are slap. Go fuck yourself.
by the way, I heard what you said. Yeah, honeycombs kind of sucks. Yeah, frosted mini wheats. Like you would think that because of how dense they are, they wouldn't become soggy.
Mm-hmm.
They're another cereal that like the second they touch as soon as they touch the milk, the frosting falls off, which means you just have nothing.
Yeah, you're eating vegetables.
You're eating broccoli and milk. So that's already gross. And then they get mushy on top of that.
Yeah.
God, what a nightmare.
Yeah, I'll slam down some honeycombs. And my favorite cereal is O's.
Oh, yeah, your weird, bizarre favorite cereal.
It's not weird.
No one's heard of O's, dude.
You wouldn't make fun of it if you tried it.
No, they are good, but no one's heard of O's.
Yeah, I know. I also love honey roasted honey bunches of oats.
Honey Bunches of Oats slaps.
That is a fucking
That's
cereal
probably like
right
the
there.
only adult cereal that I'll eat. I won't do Special K or
Yeah.
Raisin Bran.
I used to tell myself it was healthy getting honey bunches of oats. No. No cereal's healthy. If anyone tells you cereal's healthy, they're an idiot. All right, it's all bullshit.
It's
The only difference is some of them, if you care about it, you can get some that have protein in it. So it's like it's not healthy, but if you're trying to get a lot of protein in, it can be beneficial to you.
Yeah.
You know, but it's still all horseshit.
You want to know something crazy though? Since we're on this cereal tangent,
Yeah.
I've never had Trix.
Good.
Is it bad? I've had their yogurt. I just haven't consumed their cereal.
Yeah, we
variety.
didn't really buy that when I was a kid. It's not really my jam.
Yeah.
You know what is my jam? Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks are solid.
Justice for Cinnamon. They did them dirty.
They did fuck Cinnabon over.
Yep. I can do some Cheerios with some sugar on top. You disagree?
No, I mean, obviously it's better with the sugar on top. I just don't like having to add shit to my cereal. I was just gonna.
I wish I had a big dick, but sometimes you just gotta fucking shit just happens.
I was gonna just throw out a hot take that I would put Fruit Loops over Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, so you're literally a child. You're quite literally a child.
You're the one that pretended to like whatever cereal was in front of them.
I didn't
Pops.
pretend to like it. I liked it when I was a kid.
There's no way you liked a plastic bag.
I
and a
loved
bowl.
Pops. I fucking loved Pops when I
They
was a
had
kid.
they had skin on them.
I was a fat bastard. It would take a lot to put something in front of me I didn't like that I wouldn't eat.
Pops have like a skin, like a casing.
Yeah, they do.
It's so
Oh,
weird.
Golden Grams. My hot take in the group chat, we were talking about cereal the other day, was that Golden Grams are better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It's been a long time since I've had Golden Grams. I don't think I can.
Golden
speak on it
Grams fucking
soundly.
slap. Well, I thought you could speak on it because it was like the other thing is your favorite cereal. So, you know.
I mean, right now it is. I've just had more of it. I could go back and, like, I haven't had Honey Smacks in a while. I could go back and eat Honey Smacks and be like, this is obviously better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch. What I've been doing this whole time.
I've never, like, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good, right? If you put it in front of me, I'll eat it. I'll consume. I'll digest. But it has this, like, this reputation that it's, like, the number one cereal, no debate. And that's horseshit. That is fucking phooey.
Patooey.
I don't understand why people think it's like head and shoulders above other cereals. It's not even in my top 3.
Fruity Pebbles, O's, and what else? Pops.
I mean, I'd probably rather have Apple Jacks. I'd probably rather have Honey Bunches of Oats. Maybe even Golden Grams, perhaps.
I think
It'd be in my top
you're
10.
probably good until you do the Honey Bunches of Oats over top of it. That's when you start getting into troubled waters, I think.
That's when it starts to get rocky.
That's when you're in a little bit of chop.
I don't know. I think.
You know what pisses me off though?
Hmm.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch did like the churro cereal. It's the same fucking thing.
Isn't that what it is?
Different shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, oh, little churros instead of squares.
Yeah.
How about you fucking kiss my ass?
I just saw one. I was scrolling on Walmart's. Like, I searched cereal on Walmart to like see what would come up in case I was forgetting something. And they had a Cinnamon Toast Crunch variant of Cinnabon. I was like,
Dude, they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes.
Isn't
dude.
that what you already do?
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
It's cinnamon toast. What the fuck? What are we doing?
Instead of cinnamon toast,
Now it's
you get
Cinnabon Toast Crunch.
You get cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
Instead of cinnamon roll, you get cinnamon
it's a roll
churro.
instead of toast.
Yeah.
Ah. Now I see.
Whole different mouthfeel
Yeah.
on that one. Fuck you, dude. What a con man. Whoever's
Yeah.
coming up with those ideas.
Yeah, that's some crazy marketing.
At least
right there.
Captain Crunch had some balls to do like the color changing fucking berries for Halloween, and then Captain
all
Crunch
berries. They do
all
the
berries.
peanut butter. They do some wacky shit over there at Captain
Dude,
Crunch.
they had blueberry pancake Captain Crunch at
Hell
one point.
yeah.
Nutty stuff.
Every Captain Crunch variant is good.
Yeah.
You just have to buy like some Neosporin for your mouth afterwards. But like,
Dude, you're overstepping. You're in that choppy area I told you about.
you have an unhealthy love for Captain Crunch.
Yeah, dude. I like all the variants, but I still just buy the original. They captured lightning in a bottle with Captain Crunch.
You know, I don't think I would. I've never had it, but I don't think I would really care for the all berries.
Yeah, I
I
would.
feel like the berries are good in moderation.
Yeah. It's kind of like the same deal with Lucky Charms. Like, when I was a kid, I was like, I wish these were all charms. But,
You called them charms.
well, that's what they are.
I called them marshmallows.
Well, yeah, they're marshmallows, but
I wasn't invested in the storyline. I'm sorry. I didn't know the Lucky Charms lore. I didn't know that's what they were called.
I'm just saying, like, you're like, I want more of the colorful ones and not the pencil ones. So,
Not the ones that look like flower petals and have no taste.
yeah.
Yeah.
But in reality, if you did that, you're gonna die. So you can't really
You're
do
gonna
that.
clog all your arteries.
Yeah, they're trying to throw you a lifeline with those
Yeah.
pencil shamings, but
I have slammed down a disgusting amount of Lucky Charms in my life, but looking back, that's the biggest fucking scam. Is Lucky Charms. I would never buy those again.
Lucky
today.
Charms, I think, is the biggest like well-known cereal that I think is the weakest.
Yeah, because there's a lot of cereals with like things sprinkled in, you know, like top tier items that you like look for, like marshmallows.
Yeah,
But in those other cereals, the main attraction is like Captain Crunch berries. Yeah, the berries are good, but you know what else is good? The Captain Crunch.
yeah,
The main idea.
the main
The
attraction.
thing that's 98% of the cereal is also good. The Lucky Charms, whatever you call those shits, non-marshmallows, they're ass. They're horrible. They taste like snail po.
But
So you're giving me 95% shit, and then you just sprinkle some marshmallows on top and call it a day.
yeah,
I'm not a fan of that. I don't believe in that type of business.
I call that bad business.
Yeah. What kind of operation are we running here?
Yeah.
I just got fucked. What kind of deal is that?
No, dude, what's crazy?
They
is-
take your dollar and make you shit your pants. What kind of deal is that?
But no, dude, they did like a special Frosted Flakes with the Lucky Charms marshmallows, so that the main cereal was a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it was way too much.
Too late. I'm grown up now.
Yeah,
You should have done that years ago when I was watching Drake and Josh.
The magic's gone.
Yeah. Now I'm an adult and I have to eat real food.
Yeah. Or else I have to eat real food and take my pills.
I have to take my blood pressure medication.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, I don't know.
I like this discussion though. We need to end each episode now with some kind of
Yap.
some kind of
Unrelated
yap or breakfast food item.
Non-movie yap.
Yeah.
Gotta happen.
And maybe next week we'll do flapjacks, French toast, waffle debate.
Not much of a debate, but
You're right. We agree on 100% of that.
yep, flapjacks.
You got it. I love it when a plan comes together.
I love how you said flapjacks and pancakes. They're the same thing.
Oh, I said them both?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I said flapjacks, French toast, and waffles.
You said pancakes too.
Oh, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's good.
All right. We'll be back next week, gang. This is all we had to yap about.
Yeah. But next week, hopefully, we'll be able to talk further in depth on Arcane and Bebop with possibly spoilers.
You think you'll be done?
I'm gonna try. If you can do it, I can do it.
Not going to be a lot of movies getting watched if that's the case.
Maybe sacrifices will have to be made. Maybe I'll have to grind through some Bebop laying in bed, restless.
Couple on the way to work.
Maybe.
Is your audio synced up in your car?
It is. But
that's good.
I don't know if it's something I want to like miss the visuals on.
You're right. You're spitting.
Yep.
You're spitting for real.
But I have a 45-minute lunch, so I could probably watch an episode
That's
on
2
lunch.
right there.
Yeah.
2 bebops.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But, regardless, gonna keep it fucking loose.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll play it by ear.
Yeah. At the end of the day, no matter what happens, you're gonna tune in next week for the film scoop, and you're gonna know that it's guys being dudes.
Yeah, both of you.
All 2 of you.
Yeah.
You'll be back, and you'll
Yeah.
know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all that matters.
Yep.
But we'll see you next week on the film scoop.